Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Lilibet Tay channel. Hello, how's everybody in the world today, tonight, afternoon in your time? So mega love shout out to my members who still there in my membership. Thank you so much for trusted my channel to be part of my membership, and for those not yet part of my membership, feel free to click the join button, and I really appreciate. And for those not yet rejoin, feel free to rejoin. And I would like also to thank to my new subscribers who subscribe my channel. Thank you so much for uh, subscribed my channel, and to all my new viewers, pioneers here in the Philippines, in outside Philippines. Thank you so much for believe my channel. Hello, Miguel. Miguel, love shout out to my babe, Miguel. Hello, how are you, Miguel? So actually, supposedly, this live streaming it will be on yesterday, so that would be Thursday and East time. But wait a minute, because I always watch every week uh, the the House of Dragon. So when I watch, no, when I check my phone, oh, it's Wednesday, so I have to watch. The It's a good thing that I have HBO Max on my channel. Mega love shout out to my dear friend Kiss. Hello, Kiss. How are you? It's still raining there in your place. Here, it's in Paranaque. It's almost 2 weeks nonstop raining. And guys, there's an issue about the tons of trash shown on Paranaque Riverside, and the somewhere in Baclaran. So actually, there's no typhoon, guys, but we still have, Habagat, monsoon west. Okay. Trix, hello, my dear friend Trix. How are you, Trix? Oh, guys, for those wants to join, feel free, huh? Feel free. I'm gonna post the link so that you will share your opinion or your experience about our subject, Western men. Okay, city girl or country girl? That's a good question. What's so funny about that, Kiss? You're so funny talaga, Kiss. I'm good, Ben. This topic is good, especially right now. Yes. So, just let me know, guys, for those interested, because I will post the link so that you can join with me on the panel. So here, non-stop raining, guys. I can't go outside because it's kind of a windy and heavy rain. And well, there's no typhoon, but it's part of Habagat or monsoon west. So it's not safe to go on the street while there's a, there's a flood, because you will catch any kinds of germs, or leptospirosis. I don't really want to go that, if it's rainy here in the Philippines. And of course, when it's windy, you might surprise that sometimes it hit on your some houses here, their roof was flied by the wind, so it's not really safe to go outside unless if you are in the car. But even though if you are in the car, but there's a certain area, guys, that you cannot really cross the street because it's flooding. But I'm very grateful that my place is not flooding. So we're in the uh, uh, a little higher place here in Parañaque. So it's safe. But the only problem when we go to another, another like barangay, or go to the mall. So it's not really safe. You ever watch Crocodile Dundee? No. And guys, I would like also, so please read the banner. So help me to reach the amount of $70 for my channel funds. All right. So I really appreciate that, guys. So now I'm not using my background so that you can see. Sometimes I want to. That's a good question, Tricks. So that's why I don't do the, the background, because, if I want to share something on my phone, it will not, it will show you guys. Okay, so no shaky thing. That's another good question. So this also, I have live streaming this coming Sunday. That's good topic also. Okay, so welcome to my channel, Lilibet Tay channel, to all of you guys, especially people on the live chat. Today we're talking about a question that I know will get people question or talking. Western men, which one do you prefer? A city girl or a country girl? Is it the woman who loves the busy city life, restaurants, shopping, travel, and independent lifestyle? Or is it the country girl who enjoys a simpler, quieter life, family values, nature, and more relaxed lifestyle? So that's a good, that's a question. But remember, this is not about saying one is better, all right, than the other. Every woman is different. Okay, take note this. Every woman is different. And every man has different preferences. So let's have a respect conversation. Okay, let me read this. What? Crocodile Dundee, grown up in the jungle, a female news reporter went to a jungle for a story. He then followed her into the city. They were dating. So it reminds me, If she country girl moves to Manila, Cebu City, but doesn't like big things like expensive restaurants, simple focusing on school, etc. Okay, let's start with the city girl. All right. A city girl may be comfortable with a fast-paced lifestyle. She might enjoy going out, traveling, meeting different people, building her career, and experiencing everything the city has to offer. For some Western men, that independence and confidence can be very attractive. They may appreciate having a partner who is socially active and comfortable in different environments. But there can also a challenges, a busy lifestyle, career priorities, and different expectation about money or relationship can sometimes create conflict. Now, I would like, okay, already. So before I'll gonna, before I'll gonna go on my opinion about city girl or country girl, okay, I already mentioned and read about the city girl. Okay, now let's go to country girl. A country girl may prefer a quieter lifestyle. She might enjoy nature, spending time with family, cooking, gardening, or simply having a peaceful home life. Some Western men may find that lifestyle attractive because they want a slower peace and strong sense of family. But again, country life isn't automatically better. Couples can still have differences in communication, finances, independent, and expectations. So, which one is better? Honestly, there is no universal answer. A successful relationship isn't determined by whether someone is city girl or country girl. What matters more is character, compatibility, communication, respect, and loyalty, and goals, shared goals. A man may fall in love with a city girl because of her personality. Another man will fall in love with a country girl because for exactly the same reason. And sometimes the best relationship is when two people from completely different lifestyle learn how to meet in the middle. Okay, let me read this before we're gonna go to this discussion. This topic is like, is a pastor daughter or farmer daughter, which would be better to date? First, does she have any interest in me? Next, can she have intelligence, conversation, common interests, and compatibility is really important? Definitely yes. Which one does tampo less? The temple is, it doesn't matter if you're a country girl or city girl. It's according how the man treated the woman. Okay, here's the link for those who wants to join. Okay, feel free, guys. Actually, here's my thought process, guys. You know, country girl also dreamed to go to the city because, especially now, you know, I'm gonna say this, you know, in real talk, especially now that they can see so much no technology, no new places to visit it, that, you know, people enjoy and people likes to go in this place. So country girl also dream to go that place. So here's the thing for me. The reason why some they prefer to pick the, you know, the country girl, because, you know, like, you know, no, I'm gonna example this, you know, the lifestyle, you know, I'm not really example this for, you know, city girl or country girl, you know, the lifestyle. So if you have a good lifestyle in the city, you don't really want to go to the countryside, because everything is here. You can stay in the city with a quiet environment. You can stay in the city for, you know, nobody's, you know, nobody will go on your door, say something. If you live like in a gated community, that it's peaceful and safe. So that's, you know, that's the thing, that it's according how your lifestyle is, how you think is. Because like I said, some country girl dream also to stay in the city. They don't really want to stay there, you know, because like I said, that, you know, there's so many things that they shown online, that one day they, you know, they think that they dream that, oh, one day I will visit that place. So they will not stay there. The reason why they want to stay in there, because, you know, there's no opportunity for them, you know, to go or to live in the city. But if there's a chance or opportunity, yes, they will love to stay in the city. So that's the reason why I mentioned about the lifestyle. Okay, I like city. I like city because, you know, I'm comfortable with my place. I'm comfortable with my lifestyle. So, well, I'm not saying that I don't want, you know, I don't want to go, or I don't want to stay in the countryside. But, you know, I would love to, you know, I would love to visit. I would love to have vacation, but I don't really want, you know, to live there. Especially there's, you don't really want to think about, you know, your you know, you're comfortable, but also you have to think about your safety, your health. The less is quality of satisfaction. That's funny statement, gated communities. Well, it's just like, you know, it is what it is. Most of headaches come from yes, I agree with that. You know, I agree with that. But, you know, if you really want, so it's just like, you know, for those people that, you know, that has money, yes, it's part of, because it's also part of, you know, maintenance your place. You know, the thing from homeowners association on monthly dues. But sometimes it's according, you know, the management of the homeowners association. Sometimes there's corruption. I'm a city boy who moves to another country. My wife is a country girl who moved to the city. We get along just fine. City girl. What if she has a kid? That's a big question, trick. So actually, you know, if she's living in the countryside and she has a children or kid and meeting a Western man, so now the weight will goes to the man. Okay, if the man can afford to give her kid a lifestyle that they're really comfortable for that. So that's in the man weight that he gonna carry for that. So if the man is can able to do that and he loves the kid, then fine. But if the man cannot afford the lifestyle in the city, be honest to her so that she will not expect things about you. All right, be honest. So that's all the things that here happen is about honesty. So if you're gonna pretend that you can afford her and her kids to live in the city, and then the burden is in you, so there's something wrong. There's something wrong about you. Okay, so just be honest. So there's nothing wrong for me, Tricks. There's nothing wrong about that. If the man can afford to give that country girl a lifestyle in the city, then that's a great deal for her. It's only a man. But if and it also if the country girl has money also, then it's very it's easy. It's not more weight will get to a man, or what I mean, weight is just a responsibility. So that's a good thing that both has money, and then when they decided that to have to have a good future with the kids. So usually country girl dream about that. If they have children or kids or child, their dream is for the child to have a good future. Mr. Frank, you're saying Lilibet was a country girl. Yes, I was. I was a country girl. I born in the countryside. Okay, from Tricks, I don't mind a woman with a kid, just one kid maximum. So that's very common for a man that But if more than that, what will happen, Tricks? You don't mind, but how about the responsibility? Because if you're dealing with a single mom, of course you're dealing with a kid. My goodness, she turned into a city girl. Pera girl. Pera girl. Oh, lol. Country girl are way smarter than most people think. Hello, brother Ryan. What's up? Feel free, guys, to join with me. The link is in there if you want. Yeah, because like in the countryside, when I was there, I don't really want, because here's the thing, guys. I can see, even though it's, I have a good family, I have a strong family. I'm not a product of broken family. Okay, until the last breath of my mother, my father, they never had any relationship. All right, so I have, my family is completed. I grown with my grandparents, both side. Okay, I grown that, I'm dealing with, the sister of my grandparents, my cousin. I enjoy my childhood, but it's not enough for me, because I can see, I'm not rich, but it's just like, well, my my lolo, we call that, my grandpa can afford, to do things, because we have a huge land in my hometown. So I think that, people think that we're rich because we have huge land. So, and I can see that, most of people there at the very young age, they get married because they think that getting married is the answer for their, hard life or poverty. I don't want to happen that. I also have a dream. How does city looks like? Okay. At first, I have so much thing to adjust when I first time, that was 1993. First time I arrived here in Metro Manila. I have so much time to adjust. Okay, I don't like, I don't like the noise of, on the street. I don't like that, because I'm living in my hometown that it's so quiet. The only thing that it bothers you is the sounds of crickets, frogs, birds. Okay, but here so many, the mouth of people, different noise, the karaoke, the vehicles, different, the blowing the horn. I don't really like that. So it takes time, to adjust that. I don't like the food. Okay, I don't like. I want, a countryside food, because, natural food, organic food. I'm not used eating canned foods. I'm not used eating, like noodles or what. I'm not that. It takes time, to eat the food here in Metro Manila. So the times goes by, and I realize, oh, there's so many opportunities here. There's so many places that I can't see in my hometown. So it doesn't mean that, I forgot where I came from. I always remember that where I came from. But when it comes to, you feel comfortable. I feel comfortable living here in the city. Some country girl can play the traditional card, but our city girl, but our city girls. What? I'm confused. That was year. So for me, it doesn't really matter, because, what matter is how we think. Like Frank said that, don't underestimate country girl, because also they went to school. They are smarter than, but it's just like when it comes one, the country girl moved to the city, it's easy for them to adjust about the lifestyle. You don't have to worry about the things that they will learn, because they use how to manage their lifestyle. Unless, the city girl, but, I can, I can still able, to take a shower without, the water heater, or I can go take a shower, countryside style. I can still able to do that. So it's just like, some city girl they can't, but for me it's just, there's no really differences, because like I mentioned that city girl also uh, wants to wants to visit the countryside, but they are not really into the living, because they are not used of of the lifestyle there, but they enjoy. It doesn't mean that they are not enjoy, but they enjoy. So that's how I look when it comes to women. So here's the thing, that this is really referred to Western men. So which one you really prefer? Okay, is it in a city girl or counter girl? Are they the same, or there's nothing, there's no differences between the city girl or the counter girl? Because I already share my experience as a country girl, moved to the city. So for me, there's more, more things that you will learn in the city, but you're still, you still use the common sense. Don't fall for this thing that you will gonna be changed. Always remember where you came from, because some country girl, when they move to the city, they forgot where they came from. So that's messed up about their personality. So I don't want to brag myself, but I can live in the countryside. I can live in the city, but I don't want to, I don't want to. Oh, sure, come on. You can come up, Ryan. So please, I really appreciate if you want to come up. So same thing, same thing in the Western people. It doesn't mean that you are from the West, you are not living in the countryside. Some, they're living in the, in the city, some living in the countryside. So it's according, like some, it's just like the reason why Western men. Hello, welcome to my
Hello,
show.
hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. Oh,
Yeah,
Ryan, there's an echo.
I know. Okay, yeah, that better?
Hi, everyone.
That's better for you?
Who's this? I like
Uh, hello.
your channel is about gloves. Who is this?
Gloves.
Sam Gloves. Do you have? I don't know. So
Oh my
Ryan,
goodness.
are you living in are you living in the city, or the suburb, or the countryside?
More like a suburb, I think, up here. More like a suburb. Let's just hang on, I put my glasses on. That's better. Bit more mature. More like a suburbs up here, not country. Wouldn't call it country up here where I am at the moment. Really, no. But, but it's good to see you.
Okay, nice to see you too, Ryan.
It's been a while.
Yeah. The last time that I went,
Missed it.
well, it's your 9 years anniversary in your
I know.
channel. So
I appreciate that. I appreciate you coming up with my panel for that one. I appreciate it so much. As you all know, you have to turn off YouTube. Oh, didn't have to turn off YouTube, Mister. Fine. Oi, he said to turn off YouTube. Hang on. Oi.
So for those who wants to join, it's
There we go.
echoing. It's still echoing?
Echoing.
No,
Echo. Really? Oh. Well. Is it bad for you or for? Is it bad in yours?
Are you still watching, the YouTube?
No, I turned it off. I got with the app. I turned the app off. Please. Oh, yes. Yes. Fine. I did turn it off. I got rid of turned the app off. Yeah. It's still
Wait, hold
echoing
on.
now.
Hold on.
Oh.
Okay, so just let us know if there's an echo.
Echo. Is it?
So if there's if there's a chance, Ryan, brother Ryan, would you like to pick a country girl or city girl for your as your friend? Oh, it doesn't matter.
I mean, to be honest with you, I prefer probably depend what sort. I mean, city. I think city girl. Yeah.
It's according the personality.
Yeah. It's more like personality of the woman who's in the city, but between the personality of the country girl. But I'm not using that.
But for me, it's just like because there's some country girl that wants to dream also to go to the city. I can't hear because of the echo.
You can't hear me.
Well, okay, hold on. Let me check.
Is it me?
Who?
Yes, me.
The echo. It came from Ryan or it came from me? Which one? Because I don't really.
Because I took my mic off. So that's when I get more of an echo. It's me. I'll drop down if you want me to do that.
Oh, wait, hold on. So you have to, sometimes if it's too full volume, there's an echo. So the echo, it will not came from me. It, they said, tricks, it came from you, Ryan. So check your, cancel the echo.
I've turned the volume off. Will they? Yeah, hang on. 1 second. I'll be back.
Okay.
Oi. Is it still there? Or is it about the same?
Wait, hold on. Let me check. It's still there. What's wrong?
It must be just me.
It Okay, hold on.
Okay.
How is it now?
Okay. Is it echoing to you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Ryan.
That's good. um,
How is the weather there in in Australia?
it's actually quite sunny today. Actually, very sunny.
Maybe join on computer browser.
What?
It's still, there's still echo.
Like good eye. Oi, oi, oi. But um,
Excuse me for a while. Okay.
okay.
Yes, still echo. Okay,
My
hold on.
goodness.
It's not you, it's him.
I,
Ah,
It's not you, it's
Ah.
him.
it's him. Okay, so okay, if I gonna mute,
oh, you mute me, eh?
When you come in the StreamYard, you must X out of YouTube. That means close down YouTube.
did you close down the YouTube thing, Ryan?
Yeah,
He
I did.
did.
Yeah.
I
I
already,
did. Yeah.
Okay, so there's still echo, no echo. It could be the mic. It could be the mic. Are you using your phone?
No. My iPad.
Your mic? Are you using your mic?
Nope. Nope.
Where's
There's
the
the
echo
mic on
thing?
the iPad here, though. That's anything I'm using.
Because they don't really hear me when.
They hear me?
Yeah. They don't hear
Oh,
me
man.
when I talk. Because the echo is not came from me, it came from you. So maybe there's something on the browser thing.
Oh, okay.
Hello, Mrs. Tate. Mega love shout out to Jerome Morgan. Hello, Jerome. Feel free to come up, Jerome. The link is in there.
You can kick me off. But, no.
So we're just talking about Western men, city girl, or country girl. Which one you prefer? So Ryan, for you, it doesn't matter, if she's country girl or city girl.
No, not really. No, it doesn't bother me whether it's both.
Okay, try this, Ryan. Signed out and then come back in.
But just the link was for YouTube, so that's why I can't do that way.
Okay.
Okay, so kick me out. You kick me out.
Because the echo, it's still,
I know, I'm
it's still.
sorry.
It's okay. Hold on.
See you in a bit.
I don't know, guys, why there's a echo thing about. Okay, there you go. The. So for me, it's just like the country girl. It's just like it. There's But for me, you will learn a lot. You will learn a lot from a country girl. Okay? So, like, a country girl, I'll just share this. Actually, this is for men because, I asked Western men, city girl, or so the city girl or country girl. For me, through my experience or frank experience dealing with a country girl, moved to the city, you will, this is one thing that, especially for those Western men living in the city, you will learn a lot from a country girl or you will learn a lot from the city girl. So for me, there's no such a thing that who's best and who is not. Because, if the lifestyle of the country girl and the city girl is the same, you will learn a lot from them. All right. But if the city girl you're dealing with, yeah, it's about the echo. If you're dealing with the city girl that, it's just like, they go to nightlife, whatever they do, they cannot do the things inside the house. My advice is it's better for you to pick the country girl because there's nothing you worry about the country girl because country girl can learn how to grown food. Okay, they can learn how to preserve food. They can learn how to cook. Okay, it's just like the privilege, the place that the city girl experience, the country girl can't unless if she's go to the city or move to the city so that she will experience that what the city girl experience. But it's just like I cannot really say that city girl is best than the country girl or country girl is best the city girl. It's according uh the personality, I think, because some there's some counter girl also that they don't know what they're doing, especially here's the thing, guys, that don't be surprised, don't be surprised if the counter girl tell you, I don't know how to cook that, I don't know to do this, because some their parents, they don't let to do that. All right, they don't. But me, imagine, we're all girls, we're 9 girls, okay? So it's just like, and we, my parents, especially my dad, always teach us, he's very strict when it comes to that. Imagine, guys, I was 10 years old. I know how to cook. I know how to cook rice. I know how to make food. Because they always tell us what will happen, what will happen if you get married someday. And then your husband work from the farm and there's no food. Do you think your husband will stay that for the rest of his life with you? He arrived, there's no food. So that's one factor that we Filipino men and women, we know how to cook, especially living in the countryside. That's one factors that country girl or country boy has that ability to do things that we can also bring that to the city. country girl does not mind getting her hand dirty. Yeah. It reminds me about, I have so much, so much cousin, male cousin. They're older than me. And you know what? They always bring their girlfriend to introduce to my grandma. That's my father's side. My grandma, she's very strict grandma when it comes to girlfriend of my cousin, male cousin. So, this is funny, guys, but it really, my grandma telling the truth. Okay. From Kiss Lilibet, it's all morals, ethics, and values, peace of mind. Yeah, that's true. Because I will not say that that's only well, city girls and country girl has the same that kind of thing, kiss. So it's not really thing that sometimes what they said, they judge city girl, but you will learn from them, you will learn also from country girl. So let's go back to my my grandmas. So they introduced my cousin, my male cousin introduced their girlfriend to my grandma. And you know what, when my grandma look the nails of their girlfriend is long, oh, my grandma, so this kind of woman, she's lazy, she's not right for you, she's not a good wife. She's not a good wife for you. My grandma, she's very frank to tell that to my male cousin. And then, and then just a few months, another girl, another girl that my cousin introduced. Okay, so that's the thing. And then, if my grandma saw their girlfriend wearing a red nail polish, where we have that saying in my countryside, in the countryside, or my in the province, that once a woman wearing a red nail polish, she's not a decent woman. Okay, she's not a decent, that's during the time of my, because only 3 or 4 wearing a red nail polish that time during my grandma's era. And also that's also represent that these women are not, they're working as a whore when they're wearing like that. So that's but now I don't really, I don't really go on that kind of saying, but in the province, yes, it's very effective. Yeah, I know how to, I know how to do that. I Can a city girl plant rice or work in the sugarcane fields? No, they cannot. I know how to do that, but it's just like I don't really want. But I know how to do that because my parents teach us how to do that, how to cultivate, how to cultivate the sugarcane. Because usually I grow up that my parents' business is sugarcane cultivation or sugarcane farm. Even my grandpa, we during the time of my grandpa, when he was young, he's a haciendero. I don't know what haciendero in English, because that's a Spanish word that well, I'll haciendero means he owned a big land, not on a hundreds of land, 100 100 hectares, because acres and then yeah, hectares, acres and hectares. That time with my grandpa. So does a city girl wants to get under the car and help fix it? Yeah. Well, it's according, this is, that's the reason why I cannot really put things that, against, the city girl. Yeah, some city girl they do. Some they're not, but it's according, the personality is. So it's just like it's on the western it's on the man preference, okay, because some city girl also they have talent to do that. But I'm not saying all, I'm not saying all city girls are like that. Like I said that country girl also, they don't know how to cook because their parents spoil them not to do the house chores, cleaning, cooking, especially if they have if they have a little wealth and the countryside. They don't let. Yeah, it's just like some of my cousin, the I can tell that my uncle, the eldest brother of my dad, he has money, guys. He has money. He can able to buy a big truck, not truck, big truck that used for trucking sugarcane. He can buy truck for the interest of his money in cash. He has money, and then um they have house help, okay, but it's just like the basic thing that my cousin can able to cook, or they can able to wash clothes, but a basic thing that they can learn. But my uncle will not allow them, because what's the use of his money? Why my kids doing that? It's according their lifestyle. Okay. Hello.
Hello. I'm back.
So guys, just let me know if there's a echo.
Oh,
So they can able to do that. It's it's not for me. I will not judge about the city girl. I will not judge the counter girl. But if you're gonna pick, you will have advantage about picking a counter girl, because she already knowledge to deal her life in the countryside, and then it adds more knowledge in her life when she moved to the city. Like in the countryside, that time in my era, we don't have the things that something high tech. But when you move here, yes, unfortunately there is an echo.
oh, fine. Oh,
Oh my goodness,
I
echo.
know. I'm sorry, Sarah.
Why
My
it's
bad.
I already, because I already removed the echo cancellation in your.
Yeah, some
Yeah,
might.
yeah,
Some might. Straight down the knee. Yeah, ox. Hang on, grab it out. Come back in. And then cancel on there as well. I should do that, man. Give me 1 second. I'll be back.
Okay, take your time.
I know. I'll get one last time. My goodness.
Oh my gulay. So that's, that's for me. But when, for Western man, this is my opinion, huh? If you pick a counter girl, you will have a lot of advantages when it comes to city girl. All right. But some city girl, like, like me, I already I consider myself as a city girl because I'm living, well, that since 1993. So majority of my life I'm living here in the city. So I learn a lot, guys. But like I said, that I will never forget things what I learned in the countryside. Oh, don't tell me that, okay, I'm not ignorant when it comes to farm. Because I know how to cultivate rice. I know how to plant. Who is this? I know how to plant sugar cane.
There we go. Now I can now.
Just tell me, just let me know, guys, if there's an echo.
My goodness.
Why there's an echo?
I don't know.
Hold on.
Why is it always me? I don't know. My goodness.
Guys, just let us know
No.
if there's an echo,
Please.
Oh, here's the thing, guys, that even though that I'm living here in the city, I enjoy doing, gardening, if I'm, if I wait a minute, if I'm after I do my, my channel, and I can see something need to be done on my garden, I have to do that. But my space here, it's not really as big. So if my, my, who is,
Huh?
hi Frank from Jerome. How is it, guys? Just let us know if there's an echo.
Yeah,
If ever run out of sugar and rice, I guess I'll have to find a counter girl.
Oh my god. Ay. There's a snap there, folks. Please.
Yes, that's right. Jose, because counter girl can able to plant rice and sugar cane. But here's the thing. Um, I'm living in Negros Occidental. That's that's the my hometown. Not all places in Visayas they have sugar cane because the capital city, the sugar cane capital of the Philippines is Negros Occidental. Because that's two, Negros Occidental and Oriental. Negros Oriental, that's Dumaguete. It's belong to Dumaguete. So Dumaguete going to Cebu, you can ride on the bus. That's like 3 hours, or you can cross on my city going to Dumaguete.
Mm.
So not all can able to how to plant sugarcane,
Done
but
all.
me I can I know which part of the sugarcane you can cut and to plant that. I know vegetable. I know how to plant. I know how to plant, cultivate rice. Because here in the Philippines, guys,
Rice.
we have two types of rice that we plant. Upland, it's in the, it's in the not in the water. Okay, because some rice they grown on the water, some they
Yeah,
are upland. So that's two things that you can plant rice. We call that in Tagalog basakan. Basakan is this rice filled with water, and then the rice from just only in the not literally with water.
uh-huh. Still working on it, sis?
Uh, is still is still echo.
Oh, okay then. I'll drop down and say, how can I make lunch anyways? Um, but can I say before I go,
Sure,
yeah,
go
as you're
ahead.
like a big sister to me, you know, I people have been thinking, treating me like a kid. I act like a little kid, which I'm not pleased about. You know what I mean? But I will talk to more of that in behind the scenes with you in more detail, if you don't mind, sis.
Oh, sure, sure.
Yeah,
Just
like
we
later
can talk
or
that not
later.
online.
Okay,
So
yes. So thank you once again for having me.
okay, likewise, brother Ryan. Take it
Bye bye.
easy. Bye bye.
Bye. Ciao for now.
So I don't know, and I don't understand, guys, that there's a echo. So most men don't want the woman to do the hard work, but it's a plus if she willing to do it help her man. So like I said that like I always mention to Fran, if something happened that everything we lose, you know there's nothing to worry about me because I can still handle to feed Frank. I know how to grow things. We can able to eat. Not only him, I also me. I can able to eat for that. From Jose, I don't care where she's from. I can't live far away from hospital, immigration, supermarket, airport. Yes, especially for that's the reason why, guys, that you know this is came from my opinion. For those Western people, especially you pick the younger Filipino to be your wife, or you've been married with your young Filipina. Don't let your Filipina wife decided where place you gonna stay, especially if you're older than her. Always look out for your health, okay? So it's especially if your health is not really healthy, it's better for you to stay in the city, because here's I have so many experiences in the countryside. When it comes to health, some people they are not die or dying because of their illness. Okay, you know what? They die because of the long transportation. Even though they, no, not transportation, a long walk. We call that, some, in the countryside, in the remote area in my place. Self inquiry, hello, long time no see. How are you?
A long distance.
A long distance, long distance from the hospital or clinic. Some people they die for that. Okay, so they just I watch this in my big sister. They living in another barangay. Then there's another place that it's far from remote area. When they sick, they put it in the home rock, put on the top of bamboo stick, and then they carry, two-person carry that, bring to the health center. And then when they arrive in the health center, a person is dead. So my advice, it's good, it's good to stay in the countryside if you're young and you're energetic, but if you are older, like 60 plus, you don't want to gamble your health for living in the countryside. All you have to do, like I mentioned a while ago, Ganman A3, hello, kamusta? Like I said, that it's according your financial status. Okay, you can still live in the city here with a quiet place that nobody wanted to rob your house. It's according, it's according your financial status. If you can't afford, well, the last option is to live in the countryside. But the question is, are you safe with your neighbors? Are you safe by the time that there's something wrong with your health? Are you can able to go to the hospital? For me, it's just like, it doesn't really matter for me, are you far from, from the market? But the most important, especially for those Western people married to a young Filipina, you always look your place is near in the hospital. Well, when you go to the outside Metro Manila, the airport is quite far. Okay? But most important is near to the hospital. And don't live in the province that your neighbors is 2 kilometers or 1 kilometer away from. Don't, especially if in that area you just only American or European living there. Every neighbors, their eyes in their eyes is stick on your. Some neighbors, they think good for you. Some neighbors, they don't think good for you. They think that, how can I rob this? How can I get his money? You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that, because it's just like, okay, less expenses when you live in this place, but you always think, okay, your safety. It doesn't matter if you have family, if you're by yourself. Don't after because the rent is less. But the question is, are you safe? Are you safe with your neighbor? Are you safe living in the countryside? So you have to be aware of that, especially if you're well, don't, for those, for those watching, I'm not mean to you guys. What, I'm just telling the truth, that if you're older, no, if you're old, not older, if you're old, don't gamble your life living in the countryside because you after the expenses there or the cost is less. Okay, so me, I born in the countryside, and I always tell, I always tell Frank, I want, I want to build a house in the countryside, but my mind changed about that because I already married to a man older than me. I'm not a selfish person. I always care about his health. I prepare to stay in the city. If something not right about his health, it's easy for me to bring him to the hospital. Because at the end of the day, guys, for those, for those like, if you gonna look at your, you look at your, if you're living in the countryside, and then the travel is far from the hospital, you will realize it's my fault. If I don't let my husband, if I don't let my wife living in the countryside, maybe until now he or she's still alive. So when you get older, especially when you're married to older men, you really think not only yourself, you always think also his future with you. That's how I looked. So for me, it's just like, for Western people, it's good to live in the countryside, okay? Because everything it is not, it's everything there is less expenses or less cost. But you have, is that the smart idea? That's a good question. Is that a smart idea to live, especially if you're older with a woman that you married? Angeles City is a big enough for me. But actually, Angeles City is not really, it's not really safe, okay? Because the Mount Pinatubo is near there. So there's a distance that, you don't really want to live there. Angeles, the Mount Pinatubo there. It's, the volcano, like, the Mount Taal, it's been a long years that, they said that it's no longer active. Look at, the Mount Taal in, Batangas area. It's near to the coastal, it's near to Metro Manila, just about an hour travel going to Tagaytay. But look, it's still active. But Jose, there's so many places than Angeles City. Angeles City is not safe for you because, Mount Pinatubo, it's near. It's near in that place. In the province, only ones that can speak English is the school kids. Well, it's not like what. Let me. In the province, only ones that can speak English is the school kids. No, it's not. I disagree with that, Jose, because it doesn't mean that they're living in the countryside. They can barely speak English. Yes, they do. But it's just like, don't be like, you don't expect them, to speak like, straight when they communicate with you. Because here's the thing, that it's kind of a hard, it's kind of a hard to communicate, like for American, European, to communicate verbal communication, especially if you are that use of their language. Me, I have a hard time before, to talk to Frank. I can speak English, I can understand English, but my English that time it's kind of a limit. But now every day in my daily lives, I always talk. Sometimes I forgot to speak Tagalog because I can't speak Tagalog to Frank, except the guards here or the maintenance here. I can speak them Tagalog, but majority of my my time I'm talking American English to him, so my verbal communication starts to develop, so I don't have a hard time, to talk to Frank. But sometimes, my American English is really Tagalog, so Frank cannot really understand when I ask him a question, and then his answer, say it again. Oh no. He can't understand what I'm saying. But compared to other Filipino, my verbal communication when it comes to American English is better than them. But it doesn't mean if they're living in the countryside, they cannot speak English. Yes, they can, Jose. Because in Southeast Asia, why Korean people coming here to study English? Why Japanese people come here in the Philippines to study English? Because our English is better among the country in Southeast Asia. If ever I live in the Philippines, I will stay in the city like BGC area since I'm city guy. Yes, you can, when you live in the, this is the thing, guys, that, for those Western people, BGC is not for rich people. Okay? BGC, that's the that's the place where rich people build a high-rise building for their business. But some they have, but it's just like, they say that this is for rich people. No, as long as you can afford the rent there, yes, you can get in. Okay, but I just clarify this is not a place for rich people, because rich people living in Ayala Alabang village. Ayala Alabang village, that you can say diplomat, politician, Western business icon or tycoon, they're living there. That's a big, that's in the south. Okay, here in Metro Manila, Makati City, Forbes Park. Okay, that's there's a lot of there's an embassy also there. But it's just like, it's not like, black, it's a black country. And then there's so many, Makati, Forbes Park, that's in Ayala Avenue. So here's the thing, guys, that for those people tells, they're living in Makati, you have to specific which part of Makati. If you're living in Makati City in Ayala Avenue, they consider you're rich. But if you're living in Makati City in Pimbo, it's just like, the ghetto area. So it's not the thing that if you're living in Makati City, you're rich. No, it's not. It's according what place you're living. All right. So, like Dasmariñas village, that's a big, that's where rich people live. It's not the BGC. Okay, it's just like BGC. They make into the, a modern type of living, or modern type of gated community, because everything is in there. There's an area in BGC, High Street, so you don't have to go to different street, because in that building itself, the high-rise building, you don't have to go. Everything is there. There's some malls, there's a restaurant, there's a playground, and everything. There's a lot of entertainment in the building itself. So in BGC, you can go this 31 Street, the name of the street is, 31 Street, 32 Street, 11th Street. Okay, that's the name of the street. All right, but not all. As long as you can afford, then you can go to BGC. But there's still a lot of nice city that you can live. Quezon City, there's so many high-rise building that they build. Parañaque City, where I live. Okay? Safety first always, correct. Manila is still waiting on the big quake. Well, here's the thing, guys, that in the Philippines, we always experience earthquake during the summer. Okay, that's very common here. That's very common. That's one thing that when you find a place or rent or buy a place, you always check the fault line. How far are you from the Mount Mayon? The Mount Mayon that is southern Luzon. It's part of Luzon, southern Luzon. Yeah. How far are you from Mount Mayon? How far are you from Mount Taal? How far are you from Mount Pinatubo? Okay. So you have to be aware of that, place, you're gonna live, or place that you want to build your home. Always check the fault line. If there's a fault line, don't gamble your money to build a house. Find a place that's not on the fault line area. Because if there's an earthquake, 90 to 85% your house will be destroyed. I do like Maple Grove in Cavite Seaside, in Manila and Parañaque. Yeah, because Cavite, Parañaque, Cavite, it's like it's near. That's in the south. But I'm living in Parañaque. It's near to the airport. Because Parañaque is a big city also. I think it's third, no, third or fourth big city here in Metro Manila. But I'm living in a gated community. People, just remember to live below your means and save money. Don't worry about looking rich. Live below your means and stay rich. Yeah, that's true. So, in my point of view about this subject or, content is city girl or country girl. For me, is my, as a woman opinion, it doesn't really matter if where she came from, city or country girl. It's according how she grown, because family environment is very important to us. Okay, so I grown up that, like I mentioned a while ago, I grown up that that I have a complete family. I'm not a broken family product. I enjoy dealing with the sisters and brothers of my grandparents, both side, my mother's side and my father's side. I enjoy with my uncles and my aunties. I enjoy that, during my childhood. And I also enjoy things that my parents taught us, teach us how to make a good, a good woman, a good wife in the future. So I learned about that. Okay, so when I moved to the city, I don't really have that hard time, because just a little adjustment, a city life, and from the countryside move to the city life. It's just a little adjustment, but I still always look back where I came from. Okay, so that's the thing that no matter what life I experience right now, I never look back. I never stick my nose to other country girl. Like I said that I'm very neutral when I said about city girl and country girl. So there's a certain things that a Western man can learn about city girl, there's a certain things that you will learn about the country girl. So I will not judge city girl, I will not judge a country girl, because uh that two kind of personality, I have that in myself. Okay, so but but you always always think this way, that no matter what, okay, especially for those Western people, don't let, because sometimes some women, they don't really aware of safety also with their partner, especially if their partner is older than them. They just really care about what's their advantage for them. They don't really look what's uh, good or benefits for their partner. So don't let your girlfriend, don't let your wife decide to live in the countryside, especially if you're older, because your health is involved of that, and your safety. Okay, your health and your safety for that. So I'm not saying this to threaten you guys, I'm saying this to remind you. Okay, province girls are thinner, they eat more Jollibee in McDonald's, less walking, city girls are fatter. What's wrong with you, Jose? You're always contradict. It depends, it depends to their lifestyle. Of course, guys, some women, they don't let their husband, when, I can tell, guys, men, when they men talking man to man, they always topic is how to make money, and their woman, their wife, or their girlfriend, they always that in their conversation. Of course, men will not let her girlfriend or wife look like Shirley, big Shir. What? Did I say? They don't like Shirley. Of course, some men also, they have to brag themselves that, oh, this is my wife. Look, she's still like that, or what? Okay. So I think that's the reason why, some women, they love their husband, because, their husband is proud of them, how they looked. But, if the husband don't really care about, how fat she is, oh, come on. There's something not right. But like I said, that, oh my God, let me read this comment. If you are looking for a good wife, stay away from bar girls. Precisely, Frank. And don't give away large sums of money. True. Very true. And then you're gonna go to Rafi Tolfo, excuse me, tell to Rafi Tolfo that the Filipinas scam you. Come on. Give me a break for that. City girls are fatter on Jell. So it's just like me, of course, well, since that, when I was young, even though I eat a lot, my metabolism, it's so fast. So I don't really that extract kind of, nutrients from the food that I ate. And now I have to be careful. And then Frank tells me that, look, always check this. Because, he said that I almost have a double chain. So sometimes, yeah, it makes me, sounds not really in favor of my, but, I realize, yes, you're right, of course. I don't want, Frank, that, somebody will look at me in person that, is that your wife? So I will not, because I also give pride to my to my husband. So same thing, same thing with the husband. You have to give pride of yourself. I don't want to see any of you guys on Rafi Tolfo shows. Correct. Well, there's still a lot. Sometimes, oh, come on. Frank, most burgers are from province. Some are. No, 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 no. Por favor, no. In the city itself, where the bar is built. Ay, ay, ay. So, any question, guys? Okay, so my question is, which one you prefer? Okay, city girl or country girl? So it doesn't matter, because I already gave my opinion and my experience how to deal with that. Because, like I said, that the city girl and country girl, that's like just in one. For me, I have that. So what is your opinion for that? Because I hope you understand that I can deliver these things that about my opinion about that. Okay, this is not all about city girl or country girl. This is all about a man dealing with a city girl or country girl. This is not only for the city girl, it's also for your safety and for your uh, um, uh, safety, and then the other one is for your uh, convenience. Actually,
Welfare.
welfare. So your safety and your welfare. So I'm like that. When you grow old, your change is just like, especially like I'm gonna say this. There's a lot of men. For me, province girl, but not opposed to city girl. They are not all fast. Okay. For me, it's just like, especially for Filipina, you know, the pretty thin young girl. Of course, older men, they love young, pretty, sexy women. Okay. Of course, you have to show that you have money also, because if you if you dream that, just real talk, real talk. If you don't have money, of course, these young women or young sexy, they will not talk to you if you don't have, right? So this is one thing, guys, that for those for those Western men, especially if you find the right wife, and your wife really cares about you, that's a good thing, guys, that your wife will think about not only her welfare and safety, also in you. All right. So if your wife always think how she can use your credit card go to the shopping mall, go with her friends, instead dealing with you, or instead spending time with you. Oh, she don't really care about your safety. She don't really cares about your welfare. All right. So me, I have so many friends wanted to, oh, would you like to go with me? This. And I said big no to them because I prefer, to spend time with my loving husband, Frank, than with them. Okay? I will not do that. If I want to go, Frank is on my side. There's so many things that but I prefer to pick not to go if Frank is not with me. Unless Frank will tell me, okay, sweetheart, you can go, but I prefer not to go by myself. I want, because this is one thing that when Frank gets sick and he was in the hospital, I was surprised that he asked me, "Are you go with me?" Of course, Frank. I'm your wife. You know, the care of the nurses there in doctors is different from your wife. So I was there. So by the time that I come back home to get clothes for his pajamas or what, I have to hurry. I have to hurry, go back to the hospital because I feel so lonely. I feel so sad because I feel there's something not right on me because Frank is not with me. So even though I was in the hospital, I can sleep. I'm not comfortable because every time, every 3 hours, there's a nurse, there's a doctor's coming, but it's okay for me. At least I'm with him. Truly, Lilibet, wife should be extension of your character. True. I read that there are 50 million women in the Philippines. That's more than all the people in South Korea. Men, please don't fall for the sum that you must help take care of her whole family. That's why I don't like some Western people tells online that if you marry to a Filipina, you marry to the whole family. That's BS. That's BS, guys. Because here's the thing that I will say, that why is BS, because my family don't bother Frank. They never bother Frank. Frank, can I have this? Can you buy this? No, they not. They have money to buy their own. But once they come here in my place, oh, we take care of them. Frank they welcome open hand. But my family bother them. Frank, can you buy this? Can you give me this? Can I have this? No. That's why I said, well, BS, because some Western men, they use their money to to sell themselves to the family of the woman. So here's the thing: once the family of the girl use of that, and they keep it asking again and again and again. So they think that you are, the money you just go and pick on the trees. That's what they think. Some Filipino. But me, I have the knowledge, to understand that, oh guys, you're, some Filipino don't really appreciate that money, even though they work hard for that, they save that money just to see you, and then you let your family ask your boyfriend to do this, and then sometimes you scam. No. I think that's the reason why sometimes Western and East relationship did not really work, because of their bad intention. For me, huh? For me. I'm not putting all Filipino are like that. Some Filipino, they are, they are true to their partner, but some Filipino, they just wanted to milk you. I'm just be honest because I can see that. So if you're, if you fall for that, that's your big mistake. All right. So any question? Any question, guys? So guys, so please, I would like to ask, please help me to reach the amount of 70. That's 70 only. US dollars for my channel funds. Thank you, because I want to buy, I want to buy the, the green screen, guys. The green screen for my background, so that when I use background, it will not shaky, or some part of my body it's gone, because I don't use, I don't use green screen. So that's the reason why. So I ask you guys a favor to help me to reach the $70 for my channel funds, because I have planned, to buy a green screen for my channel. Because if I gonna use, I use, because in StreamYard they have two background or layout. But when I share something, you can't really see about, the things. So I prepare, to have the green screen. Actually, I will not, I will not buy the whole green screen with the stand, because it's kind of a pricey. What I'm gonna do is go to Divisoria to get, the fabric, because it's less the price, and then I can save that, and then I'm gonna make, it's kind of easy to make a stand for that than to buy the whole thing, because it's gonna be pricey. So it will not, it will not it's over about 70 bucks, the expenses, if I gonna buy that, the whole green screen. So I realized that, I can still able to make that DIY, do it yourself, DIY. It's way cheaper than to buy the new, and already install the green screen. So any question, guys? So I hope that, I can give you a good example and good thoughts and opinion about, the city girl or country girl. From Gans A3, a lot of women in the States will tell you, if you marry me, you married to my family. Oh, no, 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 no. That's big mistake, my goodness. Lily wants to be able to give you a better show. Yes, that's true, Frank. So I don't agree that, Western people tells, if you marry a Filipino, you marry the whole family. It's in you, because I example myself, my family, they don't bother Frank to ask something, because Frank never lent his wallet to them. Okay? And of course, they have money to buy things that they want. Okay? Yeah, $70. So for those who want to sponsor my green screen, feel free. Feel free. So when the rain stop, maybe I can go to the, the Divisoria here, guys. The Divisoria that's in in Manila City. Okay. So now I cannot really go there, to inquire how much, the per yards of the green thing. And then because it's flooding. So maybe if the rain stop, maybe I can go there and inquire. But I already inquired online how much, but it's not, I don't really give that same amount because sometimes, now that the war from Iran and then US, the gas price is up, so everything goes up. Ay, nako. And then guys, for those wants to, sponsor my green screen, okay? So that if I'll give you this, if you so that YouTube will not get the cut, just send it to my PayPal, guys. YouTube will not get a 30% cut about the donation that you gave to me. So if you have PayPal, just go straight on my PayPal so that the amount will goes on my account 100%, not some of my account goes to uh, YouTube, because 30% they get from that. It's just like that's my suggestion, guys. Okay. Yeah, it's 2 weeks. My goodness, it's not week. It's 2 weeks, guys. I need dollar, dollar, dollar. You know the song. So yes, it's just like for me, it's just like there's nothing wrong to pick a country girl or to choose a city girl. But especially for those young, I'm not worried about young men. Okay, they can. Okay, I'm worried about. I have more concern to those older men, especially when it comes to your health and welfare and safety. So that's very important for young men. You don't really have to worry about that. But for older people, prevention. There's a saying: prevention is better than cure. So non-stop raining here. So I'm glad that just one time that we have a blackout, but it starts around 8:30, and then it came up 4 a.m. So that's the last week. It was last week. But this week's, so far, it's just like, seconds and then off and on and then the lights on. Because, here's the thing that if we don't have electricity, is totally zero internet. And then the signal here for for data, you're gonna use your minute load, and then you can able, but it's kind of a weak. So I don't really use about I don't really use about minute load, because we're in the uh, first floor, so the signal is kind of a weak. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter if if you pick, as long as that woman, especially for those Western people, pick the right woman. It doesn't matter if she's living in the country or in the city, as long as this woman is willing, willing to spend her life with you and willing to follow what you said, because that's actually uh, women are very now that especially now that the modern technology is very uh, often to us. So sometimes they are not really honest what they're saying, and they are not really true to themselves what they're doing or saying. So you have to be aware of that. But in the other hand, I will not say this to threat or to scare you guys, but especially Western people, I know Western people are smart, same as everyone is smart. It's according how they how they deal their how how to dare they deal their life situation. So but you always be aware of things, that especially now that we're in the modern society now. So be aware of those people, that you will not end up that you're gonna be you're gonna be broke or what. So we don't want that happen to you. So uh, think many times and pick the right one for you. So at the end of the day, you both will benefits. That's not only for her side and also your side, because finding a mate or finding a partner or uh, spouse, it's kind of a hard if you really want into the marriage thing. It's not just like a snap of your finger, oh, you have that your partner. But there's so many things that you will realize that, oh, I have, sometimes, especially if something not right about your relationship, you will tell to yourself, oh, I give myself a chance, to know him. I hope I give myself to know her, so that you will end up, regret things. So, especially if you are the peak of your career, that, it's kind of hard to find a mate. But anyway, when it comes to men, their value is not really, it's not really a big problem. But when it comes to women, our value is, the more that we get age, the the more we get older, the more our value goes down. So the more the men get older, the more their values more get up or get high. So pick the right one, okay? You don't have to be fight with her, you don't have to be fight with him, so you both have inconvenience. All right. So once again, guys, thank you so much for those people. Okay, let me read this. Date and pick the best out of the women that you will date it. That's true. So once again, guys, thank you so much for those who come, especially Ryan. Ryan, I'm so sorry about the echo. I try to fix something that it will not affect our our conversation, but the thing is, I don't know, maybe there's something in your in your gadget, or to do something that you will not figure it out how to stop the echo. But I really appreciate your your effort to come up and join with me. So once again, guys, for those wants to send me a donation, feel free to click the dollar sign. And for those wants to send super thanks, okay, just drop your drop your comment, so that I can acknowledge you. And of course, my people, so it really it really big helps for my channel funds, because I really want to have a green skin. I green screen, not skin. Green screen, okay? So It's already, what time is it now? Oh, it's 10 o'clock. So it's time for me also to prepare our uh, Friday breakfast because it's still raining here. So thank you so much, guys. And I really appreciate for those who come in the live chat. Thank you so much, guys, for giving your time to my channel and still believe in my channel. There was something in his background that did not cut off. Mm, that's the thing that he has to figure it out. Yeah, because that's the very common problem when it comes when you comes to when you go to the panel. If not on the host echo, it will get from other person will join to the panel. So I will not stay long here because I already reached the 2 hours. So once again, guys, thank you so much and have a good day to everyone. Bye. So Lilibet Tate channel is out.